Good evening, everybody, internet people. Hello, my name's Alex. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. But for real now, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I love you guys. If you guys are new here, definitely subscribe. Rent is due in 2 weeks. The girl's got to pay your bills. Today's video is a collab with Chrisspy, one of my all-time favorite people in this entire world, and a super talented makeup artist. I mean, like, next level. I love her, and you'll love her too. But anyway, let's just jump right into the tutorial, okay? All right, first things first, we're gonna grab that white pencil. I mean, like, every single time, nude or white pencil, every time. But this one is from Tarte, I believe, Stay Awake. And I'm using this to just sketch out the final design. If you guys are not new here, you guys have definitely seen this a million times before. If you guys are new here, however, I'm just using this to stay focused and to map out essentially where I want all the makeup to go. And I'm essentially going to create like a very advanced level paint by numbers that's going to help keep you focused and help keep things clean. I think this is a very important step, especially if you are a beginner, because it helps just keep you on track. I do want to stress that I would consider this to be the most important step because it kind of dictates where you want to go, but also that none of this is perfect. So I created this bottom jaw line and I didn't really like it, so I'm going to go in with a makeup wipe and I'm going to just completely remove it, and I'm going to go back in and I'm just going to keep trying that until I get something that I like. So I do try to spend as much time on this step as possible because if you rush this part, the overall makeup look could definitely suffer, in my opinion. Once you have all that mapped out, I'm going to go in with the Norvina palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I'm taking this medium-toned purple shade, and I'm going to go right in with shadows. So you guys can see now, I'm taking this is the Anastasia brush. It actually comes with all of their palettes. I'm obsessed with them. They come free in the palette. I love them. I don't know why. I just love them so much. But I'm taking that purple eyeshadow, and I'm just hugging it up against that white line and pulling it inward to create a gradient right as I apply. And we're going to essentially just sweep that over in all the areas that will be sunken in. These are the areas in skulls that would normally be painted black. Instead of doing black, we are of course using a purple. And then from there, you want to continue on in that same fashion. You want to just do the temples and the sides of the cheekbones here, and pretty much everywhere that it's going to be a shadow. This color is functioning as a transition shade for the deeper purple, so that darker purple has something to blend into. You guys can see here that I'm also doing the nose. And now going with the darker purple, you guys can see that it's not so much darker as it is more more purple, but it is also darker. So that's why I really like those two colors together. So I'm just like shading and blending those in at the same time. You guys can see that this purple is so pigmented. I think I didn't show you guys, which is unfortunate, but I think it's 2 pans to the left of the original purple that I used, but it's also from the Norvina palette. And I'm just blending that in all around the mouth. But you guys can see that in that hollowed section of the mouth, it's darker in the back, and then in the temples, it's darker in the front. That's on purpose. So just try to follow that. If possible, if you're in the mood for that. If you're not, that's okay too. Makeup has no rules, you know what I mean? I'm very caffeinated and voiceover. Alex is very caffeinated. You guys can see I'm taking a makeup wipe and I'm just changing up the nose shape just to create, because I just didn't really like it. And I like to keep this stuff in lately because it's like, you know, mistakes happen. Once you do the other side of the face, I'm going in with the Makeup Forever Flash palette, and I'm taking the cream white. You guys, of course, don't have to use a Makeup Forever Flash palette because it is on the more expensive side, but any cream white will do. And I'm going to now paint in all of the bones. I'm doing it in this step because now I'm using the smaller brush. It's a concealer brush, and I'm using that to really hug that across the purple to create very, very crisp, straight lines. I find that especially if you painted the face white first and then you started to blend in purple eyeshadows, it can get a bit messy and you might end up having to clean it anyway. But I'm going to stop what I'm doing really quick because Chrisspy's calling me. We're filming at the same time. Hello? So now I'm just going to continue to paint the face white and just go from there. Like, it's going to get closer to a little bit of traditional skull makeup, as you guys can see. But I'm doing a little shading technique now with that second darker purple, and I'm just sweeping it underneath that lower jawline bone, and I'm leaving that little white edge, and that's going to create a little bit of a lip, and that's pretty much all the shading we're going to do on the bottom jaw, but it just adds that texture, you know what I mean, that movement. It's so cool. And now I'm taking a light pink, so also from the Norvina palette, and I'm using that, it's like a pinky purple, and I'm using that to blend up the bone. So essentially what we're going to do later on in the makeup, which you guys have seen because you've seen the final image, is create that white line. So I wanted to create a little bit of shading that helped add a lot of dimension and texture to the white part of the face. And then from there, I'm taking white cream paint again, and I'm blending that right on top, and that's going to give you that seamless. See how it blends into that purple flawlessly? It's the most amazing thing, and I do like to shade that way. That way, you don't want to have to use any Facetune because you can, you can get that incredibly smooth blend without the use of technology. But it's just switching up products and steps. It's pretty straightforward. I'm setting my eye with white now, and then I'm going in with those same purple eyeshadows, and I'm just going to start at that outer crease. You guys can see that I'm going to continuously stop and look at myself. That's because I have hooded eyes. If you have hooded eyes, don't feel the need to do that, but I feel bad because I've been editing out a lot of the eye makeup in my other Halloween tutorials, so I wanted to include this one. So right now I'm just working on the crease, and I'm just stopping every so and so just to make sure that it is at the height of the crease that I want. And then once it is right about now, I'm going to go in with shadows, and I'm going to start to more aggressively blend up. But the very first step was just to get the deposit. And since there's less product on the brush, I'm also sweeping it down the nose and up the brow bone because I don't want anything too pigmented there. I want it to be more of a whisper. But I'm going in now with the Anastasia brush that I was using before, and I'm just using that same shadow, and with a light hand, I'm just creating that gradient and lightly pushing that purple up. And then once that's pretty smooth on its own, then I'll switch to a blending brush, and I will smooth it even more. And then once that crease work is done, I'm going to take some more purple, and I'm going to add that to the inner corner of the brow bone and then the outer corner of the eye. This is the second purple now. This is the darker purple. It appears black because of the shading in my, this is the natural shadows underneath my eye, but you want to go with that second purple now, and I'm just putting it on the inner and outer, and it creates a really cool dimension. I like it. And then right in that outer corner of the mobile lid, buffing that in. And then we'll go in with a eyeshadow base to create the lid color. But of course, touch up first. I touch up a lot. You know, working with pigmented purples, I mean, it's going to happen. So now I'm going with the Anastasia eye primer, and I'm just going to apply that to the center of my lid. I ended up keeping this in the video, but this is not my final lid. I had some technical hooded eye difficulties, and I really messed it up. And I feel the intro shots that you see me with you and Chrisspy are like 6 hours from this moment. But I'm going in with the Makeup Forever Starlit Diamond Powder in, I want to say, blue-white or purple-white, one of those two, but that's just like a regular smoky. It's very pretty. It just wasn't loud enough. I wanted it to be louder. And now I'm just taking those same purple eyeshadows and sweeping them underneath the lower lash line just to really hug it and blend them down, just to create that really smoky skull look. Ooh, 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 I feel it. So now I'm taking a white eyeliner. This one's by Makeup Forever as well, the Aqua XL liners. And I'm just going to outline where the dark purple meets the bone, which is right about here. And it creates that really cool, almost like a neon sign kind of effect. I know that trend was really going around in the makeup world. It's kind of like that, but then also kind of not. Do you know what I mean? So you guys can see now I'm still just lining it up, you know, casual. I like this white eyeliner. In my opinion, honestly, all white liners suck. All of them. They're all crack, and they're all not very pigmented. I don't know. There's something about them, but this is the best I found. But you guys can see that I'm also creating that white line in the brow bone, and then also in the outer corner of the eye, and that's essentially create that fake eye socket that you see in skulls without lining it all the way around. Did you know what I mean? It's like a little bit of line work just to add some movement and dimension. So now you guys can see I'm using a glitter, a blue-green glitter from Makeup Forever, and I hated it. And not because of the glitter. I love the glitter. I used a glitter base that was for the very first time, and I also knocked all my glitter over. But I used a glitter base for the very first time that I hated, so don't recommend that, so it's not in the video. But now I'm just taking some chunky glitter, and I'm just going to apply that underneath my eye. These are really cool. There has a bunch of different shapes, and it catches the light really well. And then I end up putting it on my mobile eyelid later on, which I don't recommend at all. We'll get there. But now I'm taking some purple eyeshadow. This is the second purple, the deeper one. I believe it's like A2, but I don't know the name of it. They're like numbered. And I'm just applying that all over my lip, and I'm just diffusing that out. This is essentially so the white teeth lines have something to contrast off of. From there, I'm taking some black eyeshadow in the center of my lip, and I'm creating a little bit of an ombre, so the black is blending out into the purple. And then those white lines will really pop. While we're here with that same color, I'm taking that around the jawline to shade, but then also bringing it up to around the chin, and that's going to just pull the chin inward and make it more narrow. You guys can see here, I pulled that purple into the chin, and then you want to just take some cream white and highlight after, just so that, again, it's the same thing we did in the face, just so that purple really blends very seamlessly into that white. No harsh lines here, guys. No. I mean, it looks crazy right now, but it all comes together, I swear. So now I'm going in with the white lines for the paint using that Aqua XL liner by Makeup Forever again. I'm also listening to some bachata music, so I was just feeling it for a second. And this is pretty self-explanatory. Just, go in with those teeth. I mess up all the time. I remove them. I like to keep that in because early on in my career, I used to think that like people who were talented never messed up. I know it was an irrational thought, but that's just how my brain works. So I just want to let you guys know that it's totally fine to mess up. And most of the time I hate my makeup look until the very end. I'm going in with a liner brush or a flat brush, and I'm going to take that purple eyeshadow and I'm just going to sharpen up that nose. I think I wanted it a little more menacing, you know? From there, I'm just contouring the forehead lightly. I have bangs, so this doesn't really need to be too extensive. But I first took that pink off camera, and then now that purple, and I'm just deepening that up. But if you guys have bangs, you guys, of course, don't have to worry about this too much. But if you do, I would definitely recommend using a blush brush that's around this size, because that's when it's going to give you the most blend without working too hard. From there, I'm taking the purple eyeshadow again, and anywhere there's a concave circle or like a ridge in my bone makeup, I'm creating a line upwards, and that's just going to add movement and dimension throughout the skull. So anywhere that you see an N shape instead of a U shape. I hope that makes sense. I don't know if it does, but it looks like that. Do that. It looks really cool. Yay. And now I'm just adding a little bit more shading around the mouth and just doing some final tweaky touches. Cool. So I brought it in two contexts. I love the one on the right more, but I couldn't see anything. Chrisspy did the same thing. We both loved these total mesh eyes, but we were blind as a bat. So I went with these cross skull or crossbones ones, and this is from a brand called Camo Eyes, which I'll have linked down below. But now I'm taking off that makeup, and I'm applying that same glitter that I applied to the under eye to my lid. I don't recommend doing this because I had to use tweezers because so many of it got my lash line. It was like stabbing me because this is not makeup glitter. Don't recommend it. But then to fill in the skin tone gap, I applied that same glitter from before, and then I landed on something that I love. Do you know what I'm saying? But, my friends, that is the finished Euphoria-inspired skull makeup tutorial. I really hope you guys liked it. I really hope that you guys learned something new and fun and cool. I love doing skulls. We all know this. It's my favorite thing. Chrisspy, too, which is why it was such a natural partnership. But, again, if you guys aren't subscribed to Chrisspy already, you guys live under a rock, and you guys are crazy, and you need to do so. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.
Very jerky.
I know, up and down is so jerky.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Jerky. Beef jerky.
Ooh. How do you know I did that? Alex, when you see that in your footage, it was so
What is it? What is it? Should we play like Euphoria music?
Yeah, we need to get...
I have the whole thing on my fucking line. My jiggle juice.
Oh, this is all in the
That is this chair, by the way. And then...
Oh, really?
I usually like, well, I guess hold on, let me think about this. I'll take a sec.
It's Chrisspy here. Welcome to my channel. I am here with the one and only
Alex Function. Oh, sorry, do it again. Oh, like move it and joystick it?
I don't know.
Bitch, this is so
I don't know. I don't know.
Like, really, like, okay. Oh my god. I almost fell off the stool.